friend Fernando went out to lunch. Their total bill was $34, and Herman wanted to leave an 18% tip. What was the total cost of the lunch, including tip? All right, so this problem is actually a two-step problem. The first thing that I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to figure out the amount of the tip. So what is 18% of 34? But this question isn't asking me what was the tip amount. It's asking me for the total cost of the entire lunch, including the tip, which means I'm going to need to add the tip so that it's included. So the second thing that I'll do is find the total cost of the meal using addition. All right, so let's break up our paper into two parts. Sometimes this helps me just think about the problem and organize my work. So I'm going to make a part one over here, which is where I'm going to find the amount of the tip, and then over here I'm going to find the total cost. So I'm going to call this area tip, and I'm going to call this area total cost. This is a good strategy to use if you're taking a test on a computer and all you have is a blank piece of paper in front of you. You can actually divide it up to show your work. It makes it easier to check later. First, I want to figure out the amount of tip. Well, I need to find 18% of 34. So let's see. If I know that I have 18% and I'm looking for of $34, I'm going to need to multiply. So I'm going to actually set up a proportion because proportions are kind of how I think about these, like a part of a whole, and I'm looking for what is that amount. So I'm going to set up a word proportion first. I have my percent, right, like 18%, and then I have my amount. So I know that I'm looking for 18%, and I don't know what that is, so I'm going to call that X, because that's what I'm looking for. What is 18% actually equal to? Well, I know that 100% is equal to 34 because that's the cost of the lunch. So now I just need to figure out what is 18%. So I'm going to cross multiply to solve this problem. So now I have 100 times X is equal to 18 times 34. While 100 times X is just 100X. All right, so I got 612. And now the last thing that I need to do is divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 100 because that will isolate X. That will give me the X term all by itself, which will be whatever 18% is. Well, I know that when I divide by 100, all I'm doing is making it 100 times smaller. So X is equal to $6.12. All right, so now I know that the amount of tip is equal to $6.12. So I'm going to write that down here just so I stay organized. And now I need to go on to part two. I need to figure out what is my total cost. Well, to find the total in this instance, I need to combine the cost of the meal, which is $34, with the tip amount, which is $6.12. Don't forget to line up your place value. Here I have hundredths, tenths, ones, and tens. Right, so my total amount is going to be $40.12. If this video was helpful to you, please like or subscribe for more math videos.